All right, so we're going to do a really quick review of something that is very rarely covered in board review series. And one of the reasons it's very rarely covered in board review series is because I think in the history of this condition, there have been 100 or less reported cases. So this is going to get a low yield warning. All right, so let's fire through this. So we're talking about a metanephric adenoma. And in order to memorize what is important about a metanephric adenoma, we're going to write M, A, and then draw an arrow to a P. So first, let's talk about why we're highlighting the M and the A. So metanephric adenoma, also called MA, by no one because this is never diagnosed, is most commonly associated with women. So we'll write that in. And how are we going to remember that it's associated with women? Because Maz, like a mother, is a woman. Specifically, a mother is usually, not always, but usually an adult woman. So we'll say adult women. All right. Now we drew an arrow to a P. And if we write this out, we get the word map, M-A-P, map. And there's a couple reasons why we added a P. One, so we could just make a map as a nice memory hook, and we'll talk about why that's a good memory hook. But also, the P over here is because there's an association with polycythemia. So we added all of these red dots over here to the map, right? And those are representing polycythemia, lots of red blood cells. Okay, so why are we dealing specifically with a map of Ohio? That's a great question. Well, Ohio was the 17th state, so it's associated with trisomy 17. And specifically, it's of Ohio wine country. Now, some of you really kind of keen observers may notice that wine is spelled interestingly here, right? There's a Y in wine. Okay, so that's because it's associated with a Y chromosome deletion. So, okay, so let's take a step back. We have metanephric adenoma. It occurs in women because of Ma, adult women because mothers are usually adults. It's associated with, we're drawing an arrow to a P, polycythemia, red dots all over the map of the 17th state, Ohio. And it's of Ohio wine country with a Y because there's a Y chromosome deletion. And what are you going to do when you get to wine country? You're going to try some Sauvignon Blanc, right? I don't know how to spell Nyong. But we'll write Sauvignon. I have no clue. We'll put a bunch of sevens on here. So it's also associated with trisomy 7. And that about does it for what you probably will actually never need to know about metanephric adenoma.